What is going on, YouTube? And Cap2 coming back with another play out of the gun wing slot offset formation scheme that we're doing this week. This play is going to be called stick not vertical. It's going to be a great complement to the play that we did yesterday called PA double post. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you do. There's going to be a link in the description. It's the play that I think is the best play in Madden. So if you haven't checked that out, you definitely want to do so as we go ahead and scheme it together. Let's go take a look at this play. So the setup is pretty simple on this play, and we're going to go ahead and motion this wide receiver to the right-hand side, as this is the same motion that we showed you on the first play of this series. Now what we're going to do here is take this A receiver and put him on an out. That out does an amazing job of beating all cloud flats. It's a great job of beating the quarter flats in cover 4 and any other curl flats that you would see in a cover 3. So really the only way that you're really going to stop this type of route is either to go ahead and cover it manually or go ahead and try to do a hard flat, but then you're going to open up the ability to throw it to this B receiver that's on the wheel. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch that you're going to be able to go ahead, isolate your eyes to the right hand side and really try to work that way out. If someone jumps the A route with a user, you have this X route as a backdoor route that you're going to be able to throw to as he goes ahead and enters the zone in which they were supposed to cover themselves. So let's go and take a look at it. And the first thing I want to show you is the cover 4s. Cover 4 quarter flat. That quarter flat will go ahead and take the B up the field, leaving the A wide open. So you want to do this on the short side of the field. You're going to see that the guy's going to go up the field. You're going to throw it to this A receiver, and you're going to have some nice easy yards against quarter flats. Now let's go ahead and look at the cloud flats, which is the most common that most people are going to be using. What you'll do again is you're going to see that this Y is going to be able to drive back the player in conjunction with the B while I put the A on and out. So you'll see here we're in cloud flats. The A is going to get underneath really nicely as the guy goes ahead and continues to back up and drift towards the wheel route, giving yourself a nice easy catch along the sidelines. Now let's go ahead and look at cover 3s. And what we're going to do here is I'll base the line and I'll go ahead and basically do cloud flats. And what we're going to do is put the A on the out, move this guy over. And you're going to see you're going to have a really nice opportunity again against cloud flats in cover 3 to hit this out route on the sidelines. So here you go again. The B is going to get the player down the field. You're going to be able to throw that ball pretty easily and get yourself a good 7 to 8 yards before you get any contact. Now we're going to go ahead and check cover 2s. And you can see here the cloud flats. I'll just base the line to make sure that he's in the right spot. And we'll go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter if they press. It's all the same when it comes to the route combination. So I'll just go ahead and show you that this time they're going to be pressing. And again, what you're going to see is that the A is going to get underneath. And you're going to be able to throw this ball pretty simply to this player as he goes ahead and gets underneath the cloud flat. Now I want to go one step further and show you that you have the ability to smart route this route and still have the same success. So I got cover 2 right here. I'm going to move this player over, and you're going to see that this A route is going to be able to get underneath the cloud flat because of how amazing this B does when it comes to driving back cloud flats. So here you're going to see A is going to go, he's going to get underneath, and you're going to be able to throw it to him as he goes and crosses that player's face, and that's against cover 2. Let's go ahead and get back to the cover 4, and we'll go ahead and do the cloud flats. We'll move this guy over and we'll put this A on a smart route and show you basically against cover 4 and cloud flats. You're going to see again that this A is going to get across the face and you're going to be able to throw this guy pretty simply with a nice easy catch. Now I want to make sure I make a mention, you want the cloud flat to be coming from as close to the line of scrimmage as possible. What I mean by that is if you're in a cover 3 sky and they're in base line and the cloud flat comes from the safety, you want to stay with the shorter out routes. You don't want to do the smart route. If they were to flip it, and you see how the cloud flat is now coming from underneath, that's where you're going to be having the success when it comes to cover 3, when it comes to the smart routed out. So definitely want to make sure that you've studied and looked at what they do as far as what type of cover 3 they like to run, and making sure that it comes from the bottom, not from the top if you want to smart route it. You can go ahead and leave it at the regular out. It'll work great either or, but with the smart route against cover 3, you want to make sure that that player, it comes from the underneath, and you can see how well it works just the same, because you really want to make sure that the guy's going backwards and driving with the wheel in order to make it work. So that's what's great about this play. It beats all cloud flats. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what your options are in case a user goes ahead and grabs it. So let's go ahead and put cloud flats, and we're going to simulate this A receiver is going to go after the A on his out. Maybe we run this a couple times, or maybe they caught on that that out is where you want to go to them. Now what you're going to see is that this X route is going to be that nice safety route over there. And what you'll see is that A is going to go, say that they go ahead and do it. Now the X is going to be underneath, they're going to catch that ball, go up the field, and have some nice easy catch. So you're basically waiting for them to make a decision on who they want to cover, and then you're going to be able to throw to the backside if they go ahead and do it that way. Now don't count out the ability to throw it to this wide receiver. He does have the ability to go ahead and beat coverage, especially if they take their user out of the play and try to cover the A receiver as he goes ahead and does his route. So let's make sure I got the wrong guy here. We want to go on the A. Okay, so say we're doing the same thing, cover 4, and you're going to see that the guy, you want to go ahead and jump the A route here, right? So here you jump the A route. What you're going to see is that you're going to be able to throw to this wide receiver underneath in front of that safety as long as you low pass it. So if you do a low precision pass, it's going to be a little bit of a tricky throw if you haven't practiced it before, but that player will definitely go ahead and get underneath that that safety in order to make sure that you have another option if they go ahead and jump the out route. So it's just a really nice thing that if you go ahead and practice, you're going to have some options with that in order to make it. Now, you can also go ahead and smart route this wide route and do the same thing where you're going to have a little bit better opportunity against a cover 4 because you're going underneath it. So again, if you're doing the cloud flats, you're taking this middle linebacker and you're going after that tight end, you'll see that with that Y on the shorter route, you're going to have a little bit easier throw, to go ahead and throw it underneath. As you can see how he gets underneath that coverage because of the angle and because he shortened his route. So just keep those in mind when you go ahead and run this play. You do have some extra options, not just the X on the backside if they go ahead and jump the route that you want. So it does beat all coverages. It does a great job against cloud flats. It's a great complement to the last play, something we like to put in our arsenal right away. I do want to show you one more thing before we end this video. It's how it works against your hard flats. So I'll show you cover 3 hard flat, and what you'll do is you'll move this guy over and put the A on the out. Now if you just keep him on and out, what you'll see is that you're going to have the ability to throw it to the B receiver pretty simply. See, the guy is going to jump the A route, and then once he goes up the field, you're going to be able to throw it to that wheel route for the nice easy catch. If you were going to put him on a smart route, you're going to see that you still have the ability to throw it to the A on the smart route because of the fact that your hard flat will actually go ahead and kind of mirror a little bit of the B because that's the player that's in his zone right away. So you see here, they're going to go down the side, and you're going to be able to kind of throw that ball right there as he makes his break. Obviously, that time he didn't hold on to the ball, but that's really where the throw is if you did the smart route and they did the hard, right? You can always wait for the B to go up the field, but you can kind of sneak that in if you wanted. I typically will go ahead and run it with the A underneath without the smart route to start off with. And then because what people will do is if you run this on this a couple times and they're going to wait for the short break on the A. Then if you run it later in the game, if you put it on the smart route and they notice that you didn't do the short break, you didn't do the out, they think it's a whole different type of play and they kind of give up on it. That's what I've noticed when it comes to scheming is if you get them on the first time with the A, they're waiting for that break and like, oh, if that guy breaks, I'm going to break on it. Once he goes up the field a little bit further, they forget about that player, and then they kind of like, all right, let me see what other routes are going to beat me. So like, okay, it's not the out. Now they're waiting on it. You're going to say they usually don't the second time jump that player. So, if you're going to run this multiple times a game, then yeah, you're definitely going to give them a little bit of a hand. But if you run this twice a game, it's really tough for them to kind of jump that, guys. We do appreciate you watching these videos. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this series. It's really going to give us some encouragement to keep it going and kind of give us the, the ability to know that you guys, like this and want to see more of it. We appreciate you all, and we'll catch you on the next video.